Me está mirando, Chibi.
Did you see that Amazon is implementing an increase in monthly storage fees as well as a decrease in weight handling fee for FBA orders during the holidays? Also, they are going to start requiring box info. So they're telling us this information in May, and it's not going to happen until the holidays. Specifically, the fee increase for monthly storage will go into effect in November. In October, it's actually going down from 74 cents to 52 or something cents. I can't remember the exact number right now. But then in November, it is going up to $2.25 per cubic foot. So November and December. Now, after December, January 1st, I'm not sure if it's going back to where it was before or if it's staying at that ridiculously high level. I did not see that in the message from Amazon. By the way, look at the link below in the description box if you want to read it through yourself. The monthly storage fee for FBA is going to more than double in November and December, and hopefully not beyond that, but at least for those 2 months. However, the way that Amazon is saying that they're going to balance this out for us is they're giving us a fee decrease in the weight handling fee. When your item is purchased during November and December, and for this fee, the weight handling fee, it is only for November and December, it is lowered. So they're saying that, well, even though we're charging you more for November and December for your storage fee, your monthly storage fee, we're gonna charge you less for each item that is shipped out. So you make a little bit more money on each item so that you can make up for it where you're having the increase in the monthly storage fee. Now for book sellers, CD sellers, VHS tape sellers, and vinyl sellers, but especially for book sellers, this fee increase will affect us, but not as much as people that are sending in big boxes of toys and other types of things that take up a lot more space. They generally are going to get charged a little bit more because they're just taking up more space than a little book. 100 books could take up hardly any space versus I fit 50 books into that small Lowe's box versus 100 toys brand new in the box, depending on the size of the toy, but let's say an average size toy in a brand new box is going to probably take up a lot more than just that one small Lowe's box. It could be 3, 4, 5 boxes, depending on how big the boxes are for the toy or other type of item in a box brand new. For us, booksellers and CD, VHS sellers, we're not hit as hard with the monthly charge as other people are, because it's not based on per item, it's based on per cubic foot. So because our books and whatnot don't take up as much space, we don't have such a high, monthly storage fees are not as high. So that's a good thing. But regardless, it's gonna more than double. So if I'm paying $40 a month now and I get to November, I could be paying $90 a month for November and December. However, if I'm selling like crazy, which I plan on doing, a lot of CDs, a lot of books, VHS tapes, records, etc., then I'm gonna sell out a lot of items. I'm hoping in December that I would do probably over 500 sales would be what I'd shoot for, 500-600 sales, because I did under 200 this last December. I'm gonna have a lot more items and a lot more fast moving items by the time the holidays roll around. It might balance itself out in terms of the increase in monthly storage fee, but the lower fee for the weight handling fee. So, and I can't remember off the top of my head what that lower fee is, but that's a good thing. And if you're selling a lot of items in November and December, which we all should be, then we're gonna make a little bit more money that way. And hopefully we'll recoup what we are paying in the monthly storage fee for those 2 months and make even above that, which would be great. The other annoyance, but Amazon is saying it's better for us and them, is that we have to include the box content information. So we have to print out what items are going in each box that we're sending into Amazon starting in November. So they're claiming that there's going to be an easy way to do this, but that's not necessarily the case, but hopefully it is. The way I'm doing it now, it's easy because all of my items are going in one box to the same location. So it's not that complicated to print it out, but I've never done that before, so I'm not sure if it's going to be a pain in the butt or maybe they're going to come up with some new way to do it. Hopefully it's not too inconvenient, but I don't think it'll be too inconvenient to bother us too much. Just have to get used to doing it. And it seems like after in the new year that we're going to have to start doing that anyway, so might as well get used to it. So these are just a few changes that Amazon came out with recently. I'm glad they let us know early so that we can plan for this. How should you plan? Well, I don't think there's much that you should change other than making sure that you continue to get better at sourcing, including myself. We all need to get better. I need to get better at sourcing products that sell but do not sit around too long. And if they're gonna sit, they're gonna make great money. That those items are gonna sell for a minimum of over $20, hopefully much more. Hopefully over $30, $35, $40 if it's gonna sit for over 6 months. And a lot of stuff that might not sell now will sell during the holidays. So you can move a lot of items, and you can also price things lower that you couldn't sell in the previous, let's say, 3 to 6 months or longer. Basically get better at sourcing. Just source like crazy, scan, look up items, and look at your sales, figure out what sells, what doesn't, what are good price points for certain items, that type of thing. Because we got to keep sending items in, and you're going to get hit with the storage fee anyway, the monthly storage fee. But if you're selling a lot of items in November and December, then it shouldn't be that big of a deal. This is just a way that Amazon is punishing us for having items sit too long on their warehouse shelves. So I think it was a really good idea that Amazon rolled out the app level message that tells you that they're not accepting that item, even though they are. You just have to agree when you're listing it that you could incur long-term storage fees. But that's a good idea because it just is a warning that, oh, well, maybe I should take a look at this item closely to see if it's really worth it. And I've seen quite a few people who have ignored that or accepted that message and still sold the item. So we got to use our judgment as sellers with our experience and common sense and whatnot to make an informed decision of whether or not we should send that particular item in. So far, in the last 3 shipments that I've sent in, which has been 147 items, I've only sent in 1 that got that message. So I'm staying in line with Amazon's thinking that certain items just might sit too long. If the rank is really high, if there's too many FBA offers, these types of things are red flags, and you should really take a look at it, and especially if it's not going for very much money. If you see something and there's only 4 copies and it's starting at $50 and the rank is like 4 million or 5 million and they're giving you a red flag, well, take a closer look. Is it sell? Is it ever sell? Is there any information on Camel or on Keepa or whatever? If there's no information, then you kind of have to look around at other websites and see if it's for sale. Is it going for that much? Is there any sold on eBay? Anywhere, any other bookstores? So you have to do some research. But I think that we just have to go into this with our eyes wide open and understand we're making a make and lose money when we source. So we just have to get better at sourcing and knowing what is going to sell. So let me know what you think below in the comments, and we can have a discussion in the comments about it and see if how we all feel. Clearly we don't want more fees, but it's a motivator to make sure that we're going to send stuff in that's actually going to sell during the holidays and not sit around for a long time. Here is another shipment I'm putting together. It's another 49 items. This time it's about 41 or 42 books, and then 3 VHS and some CDs. 6 CDs, 3, so 9. So 41 books and 9 VHS and CDs. So a total of 49. I'm not sure what you guys want when it comes to shipping process. To know, I basically list all the items, stick them in a box, bag, whatever, and then print out the labels and start sticking the labels on and put them directly in the box how I want to have them in there, basically. So I start with the biggest ones on the bottom and pull those out of the box here, label those first, and stack those up so they fit as nicely as I possibly can. And then I start fitting in all the rest of the books. It's just kind of like a puzzle that you have to solve with fitting all of these different shaped books and CDs and VHS and whatever you're sending. So usually they all fit in this size box, the Lowe's small box, 16 by 12 by 12. So let's see how this works, how I get them in there. Okay, so it took me probably under 15 minutes to put the stickers on them and put it all in the box. Here it is. So it all fits. Put it right over there. It all fits in there. I'm gonna put some paper in here to pad it. Something I try not to do is put CDs right on top because you could crack the case in case, you know, UPS driver, anybody's tossing them around or throwing something heavy or they fall or whatever. You know, just try to pad it a little bit or prevent that stuff from happening. So here's 49 items, most of them books, 41 books, about 15 minutes. So it doesn't take too long. I know a lot of people use Dymos and they swear by it, and that's fine. But this route doesn't have to take that long though. For 49 items, it's a lot. As always, remember, keep booking.